What it is, what it do? How the hell are all of you? With yours truly, Petra. I'm fucking back with another mother lover. You already know the deal. Grab a smoke, grab your drink, and lock with your boy, because we back with another one. Now, this is going to be a reaction, baby. Now, under the Trump era, there was a lot of rappers. You know, they had Snoop Dogg, YG, a lot of other rappers that made Snoop Dogg, I think, made a song about fuck Trump. I know he had a mannequin or some shit looking like Trump in a morgue. I know that. I know YG had fuck Donald Trump. I think that was him and Nip. Every musician is entitled to make their own music, right? And I'm not gonna get mad about it. Are you gonna get mad about it? You know what I mean? Like, is it something that we need to get mad over? I don't think so. I don't think it was something we need to get mad over then. It definitely is not now. But something that we see a lot now happening is you got the left uber mad, whether it's let's go Brandon, whether it's just people saying fuck Joe Biden. You have people coming at all kinds of musicians for making music against Biden and or political views that they believe. But it was okay. Not even 2 years ago it was okay, right? Because it was fuck Trump, right? And that's what everybody was okay with. Because it was okay to say it then. It wasn't childish. It wasn't petty. It wasn't ignorant. It wasn't disrespectful. It was none of those things. But if you say fuck Joe Biden, oh my God, you are every name under the sun, including some nasty ones, my man. You know what I mean? It's crazy how the double standard is just so clear. The hypocrisy is just right there in your eye. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, it goes out the window. There needs to be decorum at play when you talk about the president. But there wasn't when people bagged on Trump every day for 4 years, right? We should say 5 too, because he was that campaign run year, you know what I mean? Could even say, could probably go a little bit longer when he was going after Obama. But now we ain't gonna get into that. What we're gonna get into right now today is another reaction. Another banging ass song with a banging ass point that makes so many motherfuckers mad. You know what I mean? Now let's jump into this like it owes us some money. This Burden. Now Burden is a rapper that I fuck with heavy. I listened to a lot of his older music before it was about politics, because he got a way of telling stories. And now he's on his own road, his own lane, dropping political music, more in the political game of things. And I find that interesting. I find that intriguing to see artists go that route. You know what I mean? Because just like when it was fuck down Trump rappers, they picked their lane and they stuck with it. It's not like Snoop Dogg is coming back and saying, I like Trump now. I mean, he liked taking all the pictures in the 90s and shit. But that's neither here nor there, right? Let's keep it moving. Now, if you do like Joe Biden and you made it this far, I don't know how. I don't know why. But you even may want to stick around because this song may change your view on things. Now, let's get into it like I said, collectively owes us some money. I like that beat, though.
Yeah, hey, fuck you Pelosi, fuck you Kamala, ain't no Bill Beck, better fuck you Obama, fuck all them Clintons and fuck Biden too. If it's let's go Brandon, hell, fuck Brandon too. Say it with me now. Fuck Joe Biden. Yeah, fuck Joe Biden. Yeah, fuck Joe Biden. Yeah, if Biden got the country, yeah, then fuck Joe.
Now we gonna run it back because this make me laugh. I'm not gonna lie, this make me laugh. If you know what I mean, like, he's got a point. Think about that. It ain't just fuck Biden. It's fuck Kamala. It's fuck Pelosi. It's fuck Schumer, Nadler. It's fuck all them Democrats that only want to see the world painted in their image. But it's got to be a collective fuck you to the Democrats at the helm of things that don't really care. And when I say helm, I mean at the hell of things. Because let's be honest, Pelosi, Kamala, AOC, Ilhan Omar, they don't care about America in the least. They just care about what America is going to do for them next. Let's keep it 100 all day. That's why Kamala Harris went on Charlemagne the God, known Democrat. known radical, known leftist, and she still couldn't get it right. Still couldn't muster up the courage to say what she wanted to say. Had to have her assistant or whatever she is try to shut down the conversation when the hard questions actually were being asked. But then again, you know, what do you expect when a leftist asks another leftist questions? Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah, hey, fuck you Pelosi, fuck you Kamala, ain't no Bill Beck, better fuck you Obama, fuck all them Clintons and fuck Biden too. If it's let's go Brandon, hell, fuck Brandon too. Say it with me now.
Now that right there, that could make people mad right there when he's like, it's fuck, it could be fuck let's go Brandon too. I think what he means by that is, if you're going to try to minimize fuck Joe Biden with let's go Brandon, then it could be fuck let's go Brandon too, because you can't minimize fuck Joe Biden. You know what I mean? Joe Biden has done things to put the United States in a position that the United States has not been in a long motherfucking time. And you have people out there that are okay with Joe Biden putting people in a position that they haven't been in such a long time, and they still say, well, he's still doing good. Come on now. And when he says, fuck that Build Back Better plan, fuck you, Obama, that's because all that shit was starting under Obama. All Drew Hernandez said the best in his last interview at the TPSU event. He said all Trump did was put a pause to the woke shit. For 4 years, that's all that was. Obama started that shit. Him and Biden started that shit. All it was 4 years of crying, complaining, yelling as loud as they could to get back to the same agenda they wanted. Let's keep it 100. And it's not always about Trump. It's about America at the end of the day and what two different sides see America going. And the woke culture is one way that people wanted to go, but there's so much pushback, you can tell it's not going to go that way. But they're still going to push for it. That's at least how I see it. I don't see it ever going to make it to fruition like they would like because of how much pushback is going. Now, I say it like that because if you think about the movements we got going on right now, people want to go after speech. People want to limit gun use. People want to, this is the most fucked up one. People want to make it okay for minor attracted persons to become a thing. That's fucked up. And that wokeness has to have pushback. And that pushback, I think, is always going to be a whole lot more firm than someone's motherfucking idea. I'm just saying.
Here's a message for Biden's administration of tyrants, yeah. I know you try to keep us patriots quiet. You a dictator. Demander and thief had to cheat. Ain't no one vote you commander in chief. All these people want to
called them Demander in Chief, said you had to cheat. Now, whether we want to believe that the election was rigged or not, we need to actually move on from that aspect. And if that's a talking point that you feel you need to bring up, understand that it's a talking point you can bring up, but maybe not use that shit down the line, because whether they stole it or not, the shit happened, it's done. They is not going to change that shit. It don't matter how many fucking people go up and say, this happened. They clearly do not give a fuck. You know what I mean? And I think that's possible for so many people to see and just be like, you know what? Then we really got to make sure that the next time it's more like Arizona trying to pass laws, one day, one vote type shit. You know what I mean? Now, let's keep it a buck. Biden is not a good commander-in-chief at all. There is no way that this man has earned the title. Just with this last phone call from a dude in Oregon. I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to do that to him because they already trying to dox him on some hoe shit. They didn't like that he got Biden to say, let's go, Brandon, I agree. And they doxed him. I got the video. It's going to be in another video. Believe that. Keep your eyes tuned for that. But it's crazy that Burden and so many other artists that go out on a limb. And I say go out on a motherfucking limb because it's going on a limb. To hope that group of people that fucks with your music, fucks with that message of the music, is going to catch you on that and let you rebound. You know what I mean? Because when you go on that limb, it can go one or two ways. Your whole fan base can be like, man, fuck you, bro. But I think if you're singing about woke shit and going to try to say that you're a conservative, probably not going to float. You know what I mean? Probably the conservatives probably not going to accept you. I wouldn't. If you're going to be out there making money off some woke ideology, I can't accept you as a conservative. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
Money and power and the silencers, but we ain't backing down, we ain't cowards, and there's a lot of us. Now you can't lie to me, hurting the whole economy. All for your evil agenda, want us to bottom feed Sleepy Joe.
Right there, we're going to run that back because he got a point. You hurting the economy all for your bottom line. And there's a lot of them, like he said, you can't shut the Patriots up. Now, I know the left gets mad when the people that are going and fighting this good fight refer to themselves as patriots because of the tyranny that is taking place in the highest office in the motherfucking land. And it's not just one form. You hear multiple people talk about medical tyranny, just tyranny, I guess, in its own right. The things he goes after, the things he does, how he causes the inflation to skyrocket, how he lies to your face. A whole lot of shit is just extra sketchy when it comes to Joe Biden. And his whole entire message. The way he goes about things, the way he doesn't go about things, the way he approaches things, the way he should approach things, the way he doesn't. It's really suspect to say the least. Now, Trump said, if we don't get the vaccine, or we talk about how the vaccine's bad, it's playing into the left's hand or something along those lines, right? I don't think that. I think it's you want to get it, you go get it. But when you have Joe Biden and others that are pushing out mandates left and right, I mean shooting them out there as fast as they can, the pressure from that, and then just to be told, you're just playing in their hand, that's fucked up, and I don't think that's the case. I'm laying that out there right now, so if anybody else sees that poll and shit on YouTube, this, that, the other, then you already know how I feel. I said none of that shit. I don't think we're playing in no one's hands. You want it, you go get it. You don't want it, don't get it. But understand that the pressure's going to be real. The pressure's going to be immense. They're going to do whatever they can to force that shit, just like Lori Lightfoot is doing in Chicago. So when Burden releases music like this, when he says, fuck Nancy Pelosi, fuck Joe Biden, fuck Kamala Harris, fuck Obama, fuck the Clintons, we can add Lori Lightfoot to that mix. We can have Gavin Newsom, Bill de Blasio, Andrew Cuomo, Gretchen Whitmer. We can just keep motherfucking going. You know what I mean? We can make a whole little list of they can go fuck themselves real quick. And all those people and all their constituents and all the followers and all the motherfuckers that back that bullshit up hate when people that fight against that call themselves patriots. Because those motherfuckers that hate it know what they're doing is some patriotic shit, whether they like it or not. Because the people that are fighting against that woke ideology, all that bullshit Pelosi and all them push, those are the ones that want a real America to stand up. Believe that.
All for your evil agenda, want us to bottom feed Sleepy Joe. Worst president we ever seen. But the news say the most popular, man, what you mean? And why you're ranting and raving, saying you're losing your patience to blaming unvaccinated cause people dying. Why is Hunter Biden down in the basement? He's smoking crack cause he really a baser. That's your son, right? Why you never...
And that right there, that line right there, he's talking about Hunter Biden down in the basement smoking crack. Because Hunter Biden's a fucking crackhead. The approval ratings for Joe Biden at one time might have been okay, right after he fucking was in office. But now they in the gutter. The gutter. And they're not going to change because Joe Biden's not going to change. The message ain't going to change. The agenda not going to change. Nothing's going to change the course of events that Joe Biden has put us on because Joe Biden does not want to change the course. He wants to ride it the fuck out and see where it plays. Think about that for a motherfucking second. You know what I mean? That's a mind fucking its own. You know the ship's going to crash, but you want to watch it crash? That's what Joe Biden wants to do. And Burden just got to say it to these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I'm sure Joe Biden, at least someone in Joe Biden's office heard this song. Believe that. That's a fact. Someone in there heard that and they was mad at it. And that's okay. They can be mad at it because nothing going to change that. The song not going nowhere. It's always going to be fuck Joe Biden.
Talk about the millions he made overseas and brought it back to the stage. I heard a Trader Joe Pelosi. Fuck you, Kamala. Ain't no Bill back. Better fuck you, Obama. Fuck all them Clintons and fuck Biden too. If it's let's go, Brandon, hell, fuck Brandon too. Say it with me now.
You can get it too, rap. That clap right there, where you get the whole audience involved. That's some shit. I like that. I think that shit.
Kamala Harris, you equally evil. Yeah, I hope you see see this, don't want you or need you. Most the government, they only ran by some demons. They plotting and scheming to take the American dream and destroy the whole meaning. Don't tell me you don't see it. Turn off the news, don't tell me you believe it. Y'all
Yeah, that right there. See, he get real with this one, man. He get real. You know, Kamala Harris, she just as evil, bro. She was wicked to motherfuckers in California. She was just an evil motherfucking prosecutor. Believe that. And all, like I said before, man, the Charlemagne interview, when she takes questions, when she goes places, her and Joe Biden have done nothing but fail since they came into office. And the border is the best motherfucking example. COVID is the second best motherfucking example. The looting and the crime spree, that shit, that's the best. That's the third best example. Inflation, that's really like answer zero right there. Like that's before one, you know what I mean? But that's also 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what I mean? Because that's just all fucked up. But do you think that Joe Biden is losing money? Do you think that he's not taking that government check? Why motherfuckers is worrying about how to pay bills and shit. Joe Biden, I promise you, is not bugging in the least. He's not worried about his family eating. He's not worried about Hunter's 3, 4, 5 crackhead little families eating. I promise you that, bro. He's not. I'm not saying that Trump ever gave a fuck about nobody. I'm not saying that. Because how can you care about someone you don't know? But you can care about your constituents and try to do the best thing you can do for them, which Joe Biden is not doing. And I think Trump at least tried to do that in the best way he could possibly with all the bullshit that was thrown at him. And he said things and did things he shouldn't have said and popped off when he shouldn't have popped off. But it's kind of fucked the decorum anyways when you seen all the shit that was being thrown at him. Like I used to say, you poke the bear, you better expect the bear to poke you back. Feel me? Understand that? Because a lot of these cats out here don't understand that, man. They do not grasp that. They think that they can just poke the bear. And then once the bear gets mad, that somehow they're the victim. That shit's wild.
I hope you see this, don't want you or need you. Most the government, they only ran by some demons. They plotting and scheming to take the American dream and destroy the whole meaning. Don't tell me you don't see it. Turn off the news, don't tell me you believe it. Y'all just trying to steal the 2022 election. Ain't no Democrats ever being reelected. Here's how I feel about your mandates. I ain't getting no.
That right there where he's trying to say, y'all just trying to steal the 22 election. There's probably some legitimate truth to that. Think about that shit, bro. They had 4 years to go after Trump. They had 4 years to plot, scheme, and plan whatever they was going to pull off come November 3rd. They had a plan. Now, what they didn't realize is, in this last gubernatorial election, or whatever the fuck you pronounce it, they did not realize that their messaging is fucked up and don't nobody want to ride with that except motherfuckers that think that they're on the right side of history. When in reality, I don't give a fuck about the right side of history. I'm worried about today. I'm worried about tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. The next week, the next year. You can write whatever the fuck you want in 50, 60 years, but we ain't worried about that today. But these cuckhead ass motherfuckers is worried about that. That's what they fronting about. That's what they bugging about. That's what they want to be vibing with. We on the right side of history, and you're not. Fuck out of here with that. You don't even want to have kids. You don't even want to leave a legacy. You don't want to leave a history. You just want to carry a shield and a forearm sword down the street with a little Molotov cocktail in your back pocket and scream, fuck 12, fuck 12, a cab. That's what y'all want to yell, bro. Motherfuckers ain't about building up the community. They about burning the shit down. They've proved it. And they just try to ride with January 6th because it was the one day that motherfuckers actually took it to the motherfucking Capitol. And for as many people as there, not as much damage took place as could have took place. But when you had how many little factions of Antifa running up and down all these goddamn cities, burning everything they could down, destroying whoever's life they could. And you want to act like that shit's supposed to be normal and okay on the right side of history. Fuck out of here. So when he says, fuck all these people, fuck the trying to steal the election, I believe that shit wholeheartedly after seeing what happened in this last election, how shook they motherfucking got when Virginia lost their Democrat. So the Democrats now realize your messaging fucked, your agenda's fucked, and you're still not doing nothing to change it. You just have Biden sitting on the mantle talking about, come 2022, you Republicans, you don't even understand how good we're gonna win. No, you're not.
I ain't wearing no mask, walking through the stores, try to bother me, I might beat your ass. I see a lot of wolves, now I know the sheep won't last. I call a spade, I ain't just hating on Biden. I love my country, dog, this isn't just the ways that I'm riding. Fighting for freedom, nah, I ain't doing for clout. If it really come down to it, boy, I'm about the 2022 election, ain't no Democrats ever being re-elected. It's how I feel about your mandates.
Now, before we get to the mandate part, I do believe that there's always going to be Democrats elected. Now, that's just a bar, I understand that, and it does hit. But Democrats will get elected again. They will always be elected. There will always be perpetual cycles of insanity, just like Minneapolis is in, just like Chicago's in, just like New York and California are in. Don't know how to get the Democrats out of office, so they keep voting ones that say they're going to do better in. It's crazy. But more will come. And he's got a point. Unless you're going to be where Americans are at right now, I don't think they're happy. I don't think they're okay with the situation, and I don't think it's going to get better. It's not. Joe Biden and them have made very clear it's not going to get better. But yet here we sit and here we are, right? So we're going to do and deal with what we got to deal with the best way we know how as Americans. And that's different for everybody. But it's not going to be because of Joe Biden that anybody gets by. It's not going to be because of Nancy Pelosi or Kamala Harris or AOC or Ilhan Omar or Chuck Schumer or Jerry Nadler or Gretchen Whitmer or Tim Walz or Mayor Frey or the governor of Oregon or fucking Bill de Blasio or Eric Adams. None of them are going to come and save anybody. It's going to be on Americans that make it the best situation they can for themselves during this hellstorm that Democrats have created in the idea, in the image of wokeness. Because that's what this all is. And where it plays out, I have no idea, but it definitely will be interesting to see. Because the one thing that is true about this whole situation is it is very interesting to see how they move, how they act, what they're going to do. And by them, I mean the radical movement. I mean the leftists. I mean the radical-ass activists that think they're going to change the world by burning down a small business and chanting, fuck the police. I mean them. Now let's get to these motherfucking mandates.
2022 election, ain't no Democrats ever being re-elected. It's how I feel about your mandates. I ain't getting no bags, I ain't wearing no mask. Walking through the stores, try to bother me, I might beat your ass. I see a lot of wolves, now I know the sheep won't last. I call a spade, I ain't just hating on Biden. I love my country, dog, this isn't just the ways that I'm riding. Fighting for freedom.
And that right there, I call a spade, I just love my country. I'm not taking I'm not taking a vax, I'm not wearing a mask, I'm going to walk through the store, and if you try to videotape me, I might beat your ass. I know there's at least 4 cats in my life right now. You stick a camera in their face, you probably going to get stuck in the eye. Sorry. Like I've always said, you walk up on me, and I'm in a store, and you don't like what I'm doing, and you walk up on me with the camera, your camera is going to be on the other side of the store, and me and you going to be talking face to face. And I don't care if they trespass me in the store or not. You ain't gonna, no, we ain't going viral over that shit. We can go viral over you looking like an idiot. That's what we can go viral over. And people say, well, that's kind of childish. That's not the right way about things. Well, you know what? Let them stick a camera in your face. And when you don't react and you become the next viral sensation of stupidity that people are going to, and this happens. Look at the guy in Oregon. Became a viral sensation. They doxed the shit out of him. You want your shit out there? You want your information out there? Then you might want to stand up for your motherfucking self. And I understand that there is no right to privacy when you're in the public. I get that. I'm okay with that. But like I've always said, social actions come with social consequences. You can say what you want. You can't really do what you want. But there's a limit to that. You know what I mean? There's a limit to you can really kind of do what you want. You can walk around the store with a camera talking shit if you want. And if you happen to walk up on the wrong person, they might throw your phone across the motherfucking yard. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So he's got a point. I might beat your ass. Somebody might beat your ass. And I'm sure that's happened on more than one occasion. Because that would make sense for it to happen. You know what I mean? Most people are not going to be... How to say it? Most people are not going to be okay with you just coming up and invading their privacy. Because you think that's a good idea because you needed something from them. You know what I mean? Especially when you're going to use your camera to do so. Think about that shit. And then when you don't get the vaccine, you don't get the vaccine, motherfuckers want to turn on you left, right, and center. I'm not saying, I mean, I know families have turned on their peoples, this, that, and other, but think about that shit. Because you don't want to comply with someone wants you to comply with. Somehow you're the arrogant piece of shit. That doesn't make sense to me. And when Burden spits these facts, it's hard not to just bang your head and understand that he is spitting nothing but the motherfucking truth, baby. It's just, it is what it is, whether you like it or not. Man's for America. You know what I mean?
Nah, I ain't doing for clout. If it really come down to it, boy, I'm about. Fuck you, Pelosi. Fuck you, Kamala. Ain't no Bill Beck. Better fuck you, Obama. Fuck all them Clintons and fuck Biden too. If it's let's go, Brandon, hell, fuck Brandon too. Say it with me now.
Now, Burden is a savage ass rapper. You know, he really is about that music shit. Savage ass rapper. You know what I mean, guys? You know, you love when I write on the screen. Anyways, the shit's what Burden got a motherfucking point. He's doing his thing. Believe that. You know, there's a lot of distaste when it comes to certain music, when it comes to certain rappers and the messages that certain rappers are putting out and what they're rapping about. And you can get mad at it, you can dislike it, you can get upset by it, but at the end of the day, you cannot be mad at Burden unless you're gonna be mad at Snoop Dogg, and you're gonna be mad at YG. You cannot, or mad at Kathy Griffin, mad at how many late night hosts, Robert De Niro. You cannot play that game and then think somehow you on the right side when y'all had no problem hooting and hollering, man, fuck Joe Biden, fuck Donald Trump, fuck Donald Trump. Kathy Griffin with the severed head that was bleeding. Snoop Dogg with his video. YG with his anthem. Come on now. Do not play that game. You had people go out and get tattoos, not my president. They took it that far. That shit's wild, bro. And then motherfuckers get mad when people want to come out and make MAGA music. When I say MAGA music, I do quotations because it's not a form of music. It's a collective. So people that like that kind of music know where the fuck to find it. Otherwise, they would just get buried behind YG and fuck Donald Trump. I'm going to keep it 100. The song was booty. The bars was booty. All those rappers that went after Trump had some booty-ass songs, booty-ass lyrics, booty-ass beats, and the only people that was bumping that shit was bums that thought it slapped because they didn't like Trump. It wasn't because the song was an amazing piece of art. It was because they didn't like Trump. And most of them couldn't articulate the reason why they didn't like him. So you know on them notes, you already know what it is. Stay blessed, stay safe. And if you can, bump you some more Burden, because he's a motherfucking savage on the motherfucking mic. Y'all stay blessed tonight. It's cold as fucking Minnesota. Peace.